This is the Swarmlord Conversion out of the metal HIve Tyrant and some Tyranid plastic bits. I started this one when the last Tyranid codex came out and just lost inspiration on it and had it put up for a while. But what I did to it is I cut the legs, or at least this leg, and expanded it out. Then used green stuff to kind of fill out the thigh and the quad. I got this part right in front. I had a kneecap on it, but it really doesn't match the other leg. It's really supposed to be just connective cartilage, tendon tissue there. I still have to work on that to figure out something to do with that. I made the tail longer with green stuff and attached it and have it coming out the front. The bone swords, these are from the monstrous creature. The arms are from the monstrous creature sprue, and the bone swords I got off of eBay. I don't remember the name of the dealer I got them from. It's somebody that cast them themselves. So you can see where I filled in the thigh here. That's just a seam filled there. That leg's intact, but I made them taller. Instead of attaching them there, I just drilled a hole and put a thick metal rod in between the chest and the tail there, and then filled it in with green stuff and kind of tried to make a rib cage out of it. Only thing about it, when I did it, I really kind of got tunnel vision when I did it, and I made it really too big, and that's where I kind of lost inspiration. Because with the way the torso, the upper chest was, it just looked out of place. It should have been more narrow. But here recently, I just decided to, I took some more plates from some of the monstrous creatures and kind of glued them in and filled it out. And then took some green stuff and filled in all the gaps and tried to make these areas look like plates, and then tried to make this look like connective tissue and cartilage around the arms. I'll get a close cam on that in a minute if I can get it to focus. The head's actually coming out a little further. I took another rod and drilled into the head and into the chest cavity, and it extended the head out, and then I kind of put this, kind of make it look like a sack material, fleshy material that's surrounding the neck. Let me put the macro on. I'll see if I can't get some close-ups of some of this. Kind of see the stuff I put around the head. And then there's what I tried to do with connective tissue. It looks okay. It's not fabulous. Still need to clean it up some. You can see where the torso, I tried to follow the same kind of pattern as the rib cage. See where I put the plates in and just kind of smoothed it out. Need to sand it off a little and scrape it down to smooth it. There's the other side. My attempt to kind of make it a connective tissue looking area with some spiny bits poking out. Where the gaps are in the rib cage here, I tried to do the same thing as I did around the arms here, but I'd already had it filled in there, and the little bit of thin green stuff, just I couldn't get it to stick in there good, so I may have to go back and do something there. You see the joints on those hands aren't fabulous, but they may work. That's where I did the thigh. You see where my fingerprints are in there. And that's where I had put a kneecap, just not paying attention to the other leg. You'll see it's basically just a bend right there. I may go back, it shouldn't be quite as pronounced a kneecap there, but where I cut it, it kind of, because of the bend, I lost a little bit of the detail right there, so I may put more of a rounded part right there, and try to get some of that cartilage looking tissue there. The tail still needs to be filed off and rounded off. It's a little thicker in some places than it should be. Put the other two HIve Tyrants I got in, maybe we can get a comparison on the height. You can kind of see. He's a good bit taller where I extended his torso up. May do some more sanding and scraping cleanup on to make some of that green stuff smooth it out, and I'll primer it and continue it onto this and show you what it looks like. Just dry brush to show the detail. So I've got the Swarmlord Conversion primered and dry brushed white to kind of pick out and show detail. See a little bit of how he looks there. I'll set him up here where I get the macro, and you can see a side-by-side height comparison to a regular HIve Tyrant. Another HIve Tyrant there. Get the macro and take a closer look at some of it. Kind of see how I plated out the chest there. Still not really happy with the leg here. The way the joint makes and bends forward. The tail looks a little thick from certain angles. Overall, I'm happy with it. It's just got a few places. Just the tail and that knee, really. I wish I could have done a little better job on that. But I might come back with something else if I get around to painting them anytime soon. That's it for this.